Many of you are likely about to book your holiday travel or maybe your first trip of the new year. But buyer beware, scammers are taking advantage of our readiness to travel, to get out there again, and it could cost you. Brittany's working for you with the best ways to avoid some of these scams. Brittany.
Yeah, so Holly, there's just a lot of vulnerabilities out there, according to consumer experts right now in the market. This is because of the volume of people now trying to get back to traveling, and then the airlines, hotels, and rental car companies all trying to keep up. An all-inclusive beach resort, a snowy mountain getaway, or a trip to the Big Apple. Whatever your next vacation, be careful how you book to get there.
The travel scams right now are extremely hot. We're seeing spikes, about 80% increase in robotext and robocalls just in travel alone.
Financial and cybercrime expert Dr. Skiba, also known as Dr. Fraud, says scammers are taking advantage of the want to travel again. Because of the fluctuation in the travel market, consumers aren't sure what the norm is for pricing anymore, and it can be hard to detect those red flags.
The consumers, we want to get back to travel. A lot of us maybe have points banked up from before. We have trips we canceled. So we just are itching to get back. So there is that sense of urgency. So we actually might not research things as much as we did before. We might click quicker.
Dr. Fraud says you need to do your research before you just click and book, especially on pop-ups, whether it's from a website or on social media. Check to make sure the website you're being directed to is legit and not an imposter site. One way to do that, look for extra characters and letters in the web address, which may mean it's a scam.
As soon as you're in there, they look like the real thing. You start engaging. And what they're looking for basically is two things. They're looking for money outright or personal information.
The imposter sites are happening with everything from major airlines, hotels, rental cars, and even TSA PreCheck.
So what I would always recommend is once you find whatever that legitimate URL is for that company, whether it is Marriott or United, go directly to it. So type right in united.com.
Saving you from potentially handing over money and your information to a scammer. And another big red flag here is if you're being asked to pay with an alternative currency, so something like cryptocurrency or maybe a wire transfer. A lot of times scammers are looking to get your cash or your information and use it to steal your identity and possibly sell it on the black market.